Hey everyone, Krazyed here. In my last video, I showed you guys the standard 3.0 Glacial Cascade miner based on Winz's. I basically copied it, but changed a few nodes around. And I'm doing lab runs tonight. It's a great night for lab, and I kind of wanted to show you guys how to run lab. I know there's a lot of new players to PoE, and running lab efficiently is one of those things that can make you a whole lot of money. I'm not going to go over the build I'm using for the most part in this video. I might touch on a few things that I've got going on, but I kind of wanted to show you guys how to run lab, some of the things that you can pick up and learn, that along the way that'll help you really improve your lab runs. There's a lot to lab that just knowing the layouts of the particular rooms is really going to help you just like a ton. So I've already run the lab like about a dozen or so times tonight. I'm not going to super fly through this to show you how fast my build can actually do the lab, but I'll stop in each room, kind of explain what can go on in each room, and then go from there. So just a real quick overview of the character. I do have, Six League Queen of the Forest. I'm running a Screaming Eagle. I need to upgrade it to whatever the, faded version of this is. I've got a Devotos with Glacial Cascade damage, lots of evasion stuff, and then I weapon swap on the fight to my +3 Glacial Cascade mining bow with a signal fire. And everything else is just evasion based. I have a Hatred that's already reserved. If I click on my skills, you can see it's reserved for no mana. And when I weapon swap back, I will, after each fight, I throw on my Grace for extra evasion. It's only level 20, you want 21 or 19, whatever. And then before each fight, I go into the room, weapon swap, throw on my elemental weakness, before I proc the fight, throw a bunch of mines down, which you'll see, and hopefully just knock him over. So, let me pull up tonight's lab. Tonight's lab is probably it's a really good layout, and I'll explain why. One, the main path has 3 dark shrines of the 4. There's always 4 dark shrines. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are random things. Now, one of them can be a buff, right? Like a shrine, like some kind of shrine you pick up. It's not a skeleton shrine, but like a speed shrine or a damage, a brutal shrine that gives you extra damage and area of effect. You can actually, it's really, really rare, but you can get the one that says you cannot die or you cannot be damaged. Insane. You get a lot of different buffs, including double keys or extra keys, double helm enchants, stuff like that. And there's also there's always 4 gauntlets and 4 dark shrines. So the gauntlets and puzzles, usually there's 1 escort, 1 switch puzzle that can either be like a set of 5 or 8 switches, and you have to pick the right ones. Those are usually the hard ones. Or there's like a floor puzzle where you have to hit the right numbers. Tonight it is a switch where there's 8 and you have to pick the right order. There's a really excellent guide for that up on the PoE Lab website where I'm pulling this information from. And anyway, tonight there are basically 2 on the way directly, because the shortest path is to go through here. Argus is also on the main path, so you'd go here and then you hit a lab or you hit a trial. You go here, and that's 3 dark shrines. I'm actually going to hit this 4th one. I usually pick up the extra one if it's just 1 off for dark shrines, and I go here. Now, the thing about the puzzles is 2 of the 4 puzzles are always what's called a curious lockbox, and a lot of the time you can see through some type of gate what that curious lockbox is, and the curious lockbox always contains an extra treasure key. So you know that 2 of the 4 lockboxes will have, 2 of these 4 puzzles will have a treasure key. So I can actually, I'm going to stop at this first one, see if it's got a lockbox. If it's a trove, some of them I'll pick it up anyway, because it could be like a currency box, or it could be a box that drops a unique, or it can be a box that drops like a midnight, or one of the other ones. So I'll usually pick it up if it's quick, especially if it's a trap gauntlet. Trap gauntlets are the fastest, especially when you're running a uber speed lab runner. So I get 2 rooms for free, and if this one's actually right off the path, so I'm gonna see if I get one here. If I get one here, I know I don't ever have to go here or to this other one. And if I get only one of the 2, then I can stop here, see what that is, and hopefully I don't have to hit all 4. That's like golden scenario that I just hit 2. I'll probably be able to hit 2 of 3. It's like, what, 66% chance I'm going to hit both of my keys here, and I don't ever have to pick this one up, and that means all of my dark shrines are pretty much on the way. I'll get 3 extra keys, 4 if I hit a good dark shrine and get an extra key. So, because that is 3 keys from Mazzaro, 1 for each trial, then I get 1 from Argus, and then 2 from the things. So that's 6 keys, 7 if I hit a dark shrine key. So that could be really good. I can get up to 9 keys if I hit the right box in the end. So let's go ahead and get into it. Go up here. Now the first room is always the same type of layout. First room is always this this base type. Now there's 4 areas that can spawn off of the main room, and those areas are, you'll always have one way over to the left, and most of the time it can be a dead end, but there can also be like a silver key. If there's a silver key in the first room, there can be that. It could also possibly have the dark shrine. There's usually one way to the left. I'll kind of show you guys the one way to the left, and this one has the curious lockbox. You can see it through the wall. So I want to go ahead and probably run through this little trap real quick. I'm not going to talk very much while I do this. Oh, gotta go this way. Okay, and now I'm safe, and curious lockbox always has a treasure key. Let's just pop this. So let me run over to the other side real quick and show y'all what I was talking about. Now when you've got a lot of move speed, if you can actually get to 700, it's not right there. It's kind of up here. Now this, right here, and this is the one. Now this room, see, it's kind of a dead end. That one's going to be a dead end. Sometimes this one will connect if it's a dead end up here. Tonight it does. Let's go ahead and kill these guys. Now, since I've run this lab so much tonight, I know that the puzzle, that gauntlet, is either way to that left end or way up here, and usually the layout will differ just slightly every night. Well, with each iteration of the lab that you go through. Now, I also know, based on the layout, that the rooms that lead to which way, like the exit paths, are always exactly the same. So sometimes the gauntlet was over here, sometimes the gauntlet was over there, but this door right here is always going to lead me to the room that Argus is in. And you can see that now I'm in the Arcus Room for the map. So for this layout of room, usually if there's a puzzle like a gauntlet or Argus or a dark shrine, there's always to the left. So I can see now that I've got a Labyrinth trove. You can see it over there. So it's definitely not going to give me the key, but I know this is a trap gauntlet, so I'm going to run through it anyway, because like I said, it's the fast one. And then I run right through it, so that was super easy. Especially when it's on this layout of room. Really, really simple. So I've got my thing. Now I need to go find Argus. Now another place that they can be is the sneaky little spot right around the corner. A lot of times you'll find a dark shrine over in this area, just like right over to the left. And here's my Argus. Now I know he's here because, well, like I said, I've run this a whole lot of time. So I'm just going to clear this area out because I don't want any random mobs, especially like a necromancer coming in here and cursing me. That would be really bad. And I'm actually just not going to throw on my curse. So let me fight Argus real quick. Just gonna run around, let him fight my guy. So I'm not throwing on my elemental weakness, and I'm just gonna get my treasure key. Just run around a whole lot. And you can see I just weapon swap again, throw that on. So now that I've picked up everything in this room, I'm going to go ahead and go. Now, that's 2 places where everything can be. Sometimes, depending on the layout, you're going to see, depending on how many doors there are in this type of layout of room, you can, if there's usually 1 or 2, it's possible, I'll go ahead and explore this out, it's possible that when there's 3 doors or 2 doors, there can be another room like over here, and so you'll see like a silver key or a gold key or something right there. Now I've only gotten 2 of my keys, so I want to go to this walk, or one of my keys, I want to go to this walkway and see my puzzle trap and see what I get. Now I've run this one a couple times again tonight, so I'm going to quick search over here, and I know that based on this layout that I'm either going to hit my silver box or I'm going to hit my puzzle, and it looks like I hit my puzzle over here. There's also a silver key in this zone, and that one, if I go this way over here, the silver key is that way. So I've either got, I know because I've run this one a couple times tonight, that my silver key is either right here or it's over here, and then the puzzle is swapped with it. So I'm doing good. Now, I'm going to be quiet while I check this out real quick, because I don't know how to solve this layout. So I'm going to use my cheat sheet. I've killed all the baddies around here. A lot of people will just skip puzzles because of this altogether. In fact, let's check and see if it's a you know what, it's a box. Let's go ahead and skip it. And I know that the trial is over here. So I have to hit that last room. Here's my trial. Do have to do that. My golem is fine. I don't have to resummon him. And always try to check to see where the pop-ups are. 6, 7. And avoid him like the plague. Woo! Okay, and he's pushed over. So now I swap, do that real quick. I'm gonna wait for my grace to pop up. Now the next room is gonna be what that second room was. So it's the same, first room, sorry. So same basic layout. And I know that my dark shrine that I'm looking for in this room is actually probably on this side over here. Woo! Huh, the room hasn't looked like this tonight. Ow. Gotta watch out for those dischargers, man. They'll kill you. Ooh, look at that. He's ornery. Okay, so there's nothing over here, so that means it's probably way over on the left side. Let's go way over here. I can't buy anything from you or sell anything to you. Okay, so it's not in that room. Let's go look up. Oh, I know where it is. So, once again, based on the last one, the last couple runs, my exit is over here. So I'm actually going to go this way, and the dark shrine is over here. Is down in this hallway. This is the dark shrine for this room. There's a little switch, and you can see I clicked it, and the wall's coming down, and there's a bad guy in here. And there's my dark shrine. Now this is twice blessed, excellent. That's one of the 2 really good ones. Now there's another dark shrine in this little area, and since I'm next to it, I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Okay, now this type of room almost always has, and I didn't show this last time, you know, forgive me, I was being bad kid. Almost always has one of these paths that has like a whole bunch of traps, just a whole bunch of traps through there. So sometimes you'll encounter it coming from the other direction, and you'll have to run through it before you can get to anything else, and then the dark shrine will be over in this area of the map. But in this case, we have to actually run all the way through it, It's not very fun, and ow. Let's go get some flash charges. I'll pick up that silver coin. Alright, and I know from experience, once again, every night, like, it changes a little bit, and like I said, each room does have a little bit of variance, but you'll get really used to the layouts. The Dark Shrine is right here, is what I was about to say. So, in this little trap, there's usually two. This Dark Shrine room, there's two, and then there's 4 switches. And then the next room will have 2 different switches, and you always want to go towards the door that is furthest away from the front door. So, the front door is over here. The room I'm going to enter is this one right here, because that one just has a bunch of bad guys and nothing else in it. And you can see I've got 2 levers and 2 doors open. I'm just popping all my flasks because I know I was going to kill those guys. Discover what lies within. So that is the... And I'm reading these little tells over here. That's actually the Zaro talking. I've got my voices disabled, and he's actually telling you what you're getting. So twice blessed is double enchants. My goodness. I can't get a break in here tonight. Alright, there we go. I don't care about the silver key in this room, so I'm just going to run through here. Okay, so I've got my other one. Now, the next room, don't forget, is the golden key area. So I'm just going to make a beeline for that. Oop. And this is a little trap gauntlet, so I'm probably not going to talk very much through here. And then we've got a golden door, or a golden key area, and that is it. Now, by default, if you just want to make a quick run through the lab, basically every time, you're just going to go all the way top right. Run through here. There's my golden door, here's my golden key. And there's nothing in this room either, so I'm just going to make a run through it. I just want to get my golden key, guys. I'm going to charge up because in this particular layout, there's a whole bunch of dudes right there, and you can actually get blasted really quick. And you want to get all these switches, run through here, same thing. That thing can sometimes be like a lightning trap, and you'll run in there, and you just get hit with a couple mages and a lightning trap, and yeah, get crushed. Another really important thing about running lab is avoid all fights that you don't need to. Like, I have full-on flash charges right there. I didn't need to fight all those guys, right? So I'm gonna swap, pop a potion, which is no big deal. And I'm always looking for where these guys are popping, because I want to put my Glacial Cascade mines on the opposite sides of those. Did I pop him already? Yeah, I did. Oh my goodness. I got him quick. Okay, and I don't want to fight those guys in there. So I'm just going to leave the area. Alright, so I've got a Dark Shrine in this room, and a Dark Shrine in this room, and then I also, because I didn't get my 3rd treasure key from the other puzzle, I need to hit the room next door. So I'm going to try to get these 2 real quick. That is a silver door area. Like I said, you can usually find something right to the left. And let's see if the Dark Shrine is right down here, and it is. I'm not psychic. Like I said, we just run lab a whole lot, and you'll get used to it, you know? So Dark Shrine, Death Doesn't Wait. Oh, that gave me a Brutal Shrine. So now I need to head over. That is the way I want to go. Actually, you know what? There's a puzzle in this one. So let's see if it's right next to the door. Nope, it's not right there. Oh, and this one is an Escort Gauntlet, so this is really the one that you don't want. I'm going to go through it anyway just to show you guys what an Escort Gauntlet is. A lot of players do not run Escort Gauntlets, period. If you're trying to go, you know, not max key, my Escort Gauntlet is to the left. So remember earlier I told you they can be over on the left side depending on the layout. So this is one of those where it's just to the left of that door. Luckily I've got the AoE, and you can see I have to stand in this little area, and it's a good thing these traps are based off of your percent life and not doing flat damage, because I don't have a lot of life even though I've got Mind Over Matter. And you can see I can just kind of sit here. Whoa, come back here, trap. So you can see these take a lot of time. And so when you're trying to go, you know, if you can forgive yourself a key, this may be one of the things that you just skip. If you're going for like number of Labyrinth boxes opened per hour, and you're really trying to just min-max that aspect of the lab, and not trying to get the most money out of each individual key, then you definitely want to skip these gauntlets. So now that I've picked up my gauntlet, I can actually just run way down here, go through this little trap series, and let's go back out the other door. And we know that this door, based on the layout, is right here for the room that I want to go to. So this is my next silver door. Now I don't have any keys. Let's see if I can get my last dark shrine. Where is it? Not right there. I'll show you how you know you've got a dark shrine area in just a second once I find it. When you're going down a hallway, you see how there's this extra little room in the mini-map? That's a dark shrine, and there's a switch right there. So I'm just going to pump this up, summon my golem, pump up a little bit more, and there's usually a rare mob in there. Okay, movement ceases, tension mounts. So that means that there's no traps in the final stage. That's actually really important for me in particular because I'm a miner. When you have your detonate mine totem up and there are traps, the mines will actually detonate targeting the traps and not Azaro. Super important. Like, it's not bad. It just means for me that I can't, when I don't get that, 5, 6, 7, that I can't lay a mine or a detonate mine totem, and I have to do it manually once he pops. So there's my keys. I'm going to summon another totem and then just push all those guys over with a couple of more Glacial Cascade mines. There we go. So I got my 4, 5, 6, 7 treasure keys by default. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll pick up this extra moonstone ring because it's there. And that's how you do lab, y'all. Like, that's how you do it. Right? Well, I got my 6 socket. 6 link. So I'm talking about midnight. I usually don't get this box because it's hard when the door is there. Oh man, 6 sockets everywhere. My goodness. It's a good night for 6 sockets and 6 links. So let's pick this up. I will go ahead and get my hat enchant. Which one? I'm actually going to go with this guy. Explosive arrow attack speed. That's garbage for that. Yes, I'm going to enchant that. Leap slam damage. That's more garbage than the explosive arrow attack speed. Well, that's it for this YouTube video, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, leave a comment below, and I will see y'all out in Ray class.